All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, free agency is about to get started in the NBA, and the fireworks have already begun. Yesterday, the Atlanta Hawks acquired guard Dejounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs in exchange for forward Danilo Gallinari, three unprotected first round picks, and the ability to swap first rounders in 2026. Now, this move now gives the Hawks one of the most explosive backcourts in the Eastern Conference, as you're going to be teaming Dejounte Murray with all-star guard Trey Young. And with that said, front court players for the Hawks should not expect that many plays to be called for them. Just due to the fact that you got two volume shooters in both Murray and Young in that backcourt. But with that said, you're talking about two guys who can light up the basket real easily. Two guys that can easily get 20 points per game, if not more. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the Hawks continue to do. I say this because you ask yourself, are the Hawks done making moves? And I would be surprised at this point right now if we're going to see the Hawks stand pat. I think they're going to go out there and continue to be aggressive as far as making this team better. We saw the Hawks get to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. Last year, things just never came together for them. You have to wonder if there's some hangover from that deep playoff run in 2021. They did have some injuries to begin the year as well before they rallied to finish as the AC, got to the play-in tournament, but once they made the NBA playoffs, the Miami Heat were just too tough for them. So I'm looking at this, and I think this is a start, but I don't think that this is going to be the end for the Atlanta Hawks as far as the moves that they're looking to make this summer. Now, on the flip side for the San Antonio Spurs, the rebuild continues to be done. At first, it looked like Murray was going to be a rebuilding piece as far as somebody that they would build around and add to. As far as the talent on their roster, the Spurs are heading in the other direction. Murray is under contract through this season as well as the following season, and before he'll be an unrestricted free agent. So if you're the small market Spurs, you just sit back and say, hey, you know what? Listen, let's get something back for him and try to keep this rebuild going. So let's see what the Spurs can try to make of this. But obviously, they were good enough to make the play-in tournament the last couple of years, but now they're going to take another step or two back as far as contending out west. Now, from the Hawks standpoint, you look at this, and I think this bumps them up another level as far as trying to get to that top six in the Eastern Conference. And of course, getting to the top six, you avoid the play-in tournament. And obviously, there are still moves that have to be made and will be made by other teams around the NBA. But I mean, if you're a Hawk fan, you definitely have to like this. If you're Trey Young, you definitely have to like this. And now for head coach Nate McMillan, he has arguably one of the better scoring backcourts in the Eastern Conference. So we expected fireworks this weekend, just not these fireworks coming from the Atlanta Hawks. It's going to be they're going to have a very exciting brand of basketball with Dejounte Murray and Trey Young with their scoring ability. Like I said, the Hawks, I don't feel, are done as far as making moves. So let's see what's next for them, and make no mistake about it. The Hawks have made some noise so far here in the offseason, and let's see what other moves they continue to add to as they look to build off of not just being a playoff contender, but potentially a championship contender down in Atlanta. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.